Okay, welcome back to Chasing That Bag podcast, Moneybag Motivation, episode 29, and we doing it different like how we always do. We got a special guest in the building. We got I I would say Miss Lynn. We got Miss Lynn in the building.
Hey y'all.
She the CEO and founder of Real Rich Clothing, NYC, and she does graphic designs. Also, she has a graphic designs page. It's Designz by Lin, and I'm gonna go ahead and let her break down everything else and let you know who she is.
Okay, hey y'all. My name is Kiara Lin. My social media name is Miss Lynn. I went to Tennessee State University for business administration, and like you said, I am the owner of NYC, which is my skincare. I sell body butters, scrubs, oils, and it goes from hair serum as a hair oil and body oils, and it can be a dropper or a roll on. Mask, all of my products for scrub wise come with an exfoliating glove, and you also get like a scooper to scoop out your scrub. My products do help with eczema, dry skin patches, all that good stuff. I started my skincare on my birthday 3 years ago, July 14th. Make sure y'all say that in y'all calendar so y'all know. Um, and yeah, my skincare is dedicated for people who have dry skin and eczema problems and to help you smell good. I know everybody likes to smell good, so that's what I aim for. For my clothing line, Real Rich, it is made for big and tall people, but I do show love for the short and small people as well. Handcrafted and somewhat already made clothing. Right now, I have sweatsuits available for $100 even. They are tall people friendly. And I started my clothing line, I want to say it's about to be 2 years maybe. I believe it's about to be 2 years. Don't count me on that.
Dang.
But yeah, for my clothing line, it is dedicated for big and tall, but like I said, I do show love to the short and small.
Okay, y'all heard it. Make sure y'all go support.
Oh, and I think you mentioned my graphic design. He did. I also do graphic design work. I do all of my own work. I make my own labels, my website, um, any type of edit or design that go on my clothing. I do banners, YouTube intros, outros, flyers, logos. I believe that's it. The Acuity websites. I do all of that, y'all. So I'm gonna run down all my social medias for y'all so y'all can follow me. For my skincare, it is skin dot by NYC, which is spelled NOIRCI. For my clothing, it is Real Rich, two L's, two H's underscore. And for my graphic design, it is Designs with a Z, not a S, underscore by Lin, Lin. And that's where y'all can find me on Instagram.
And go follow, go support, go cop something, and don't forget to reshare everything. Everything is black owned. Go support.
Period. We love black phone.
Yep, and I think you already. I think you answered this when you was explaining everything. But I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you anyway, just in case didn't nobody hear it. But which one of your businesses did you start first?
My skincare, that was my first baby right there. I take pride in the skincare. I like to smell good. I like to make sure other people smell good. I want people to feel good about their skin. So that was my first one. And like I said, I started July 14th, I want to say 2021, I believe. maybe 2020, one of them. But yes, skincare was my first one.
Okay. And what inspired you to start with skincare?
Um, I have a dry nose. That's kind of crazy to say, but I have a dry nose. So when I was in college, I didn't like the dry nose. So I thought maybe I can make up some type of, concoction. Because that's what it was at first. Some shit I just threw. Can I cuss on here? I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah, you good.
Oh, okay, okay. um, really just some shit I threw together to try to clear the dryness on my nose. And also when I was in college, they used to have these Black Street Fest things going around like Nashville, and it was a lady who used to sell body butter. Or if you know out here the dude at County Market who sell the body butters, I used to be into just buying body butters, and I'm like, I can damn near make this shit myself. And everybody don't got the same scents and smells that everybody else got, so why not?
Yeah.
And that's what inspired me really. Buying body butters and my dry ass nose.
But that's still good though, cause you found a problem and you found an answer to
A
it, and but you
solution.
a solution, and not just for you, but for other people that deal with that. Because I'm like, you said that sounds crazy, but I'm like that's not crazy, because I think that's like dry skin.
Mhm.
I don't know the name of it, but I'm like, I got dry skin too, so I'm like, I already know what you're talking about. That's why I'm like, you helping a lot of people making that. That's why I'm like, that was a great thing that you had came up with, it off helping yourself. I mean, figuring out a
Right.
problem that you had. And then what inspired you to start your clothing brand?
What inspired me for my clothing is I'm getting into dressing and putting pieces together and whatnot. And everybody is built and shaped different. Um, I am a tall motherfucker, y'all. So it's hard for me to find clothing that go to my ankle. I'm not gonna lie, I can never really find clothing that go to my ankle. And some people be looking at me like, how? It's crazy how you can't find clothing. But I'm also tall and thick. So just because the pants is long, they still got to come up and fit my thigh area. So now that they fit in my thigh area, now I got on culottes because my thighs then took up most of the pants. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I started the clothing because I wanted to make clothing or sell clothes that taller people could wear without it being such a problem or a struggle to find it. Now I'm still working on the process of trying to find a good vendor for um, taller pieces, taller like pieces. But as of now, what I've got is helping me out. So that's what made me, well, that's what inspired me for my clothing. Most people don't sell. I don't want to say most. I want to say maybe a good, mm, I don't even know what number to say. 55% of people don't sell clothes long enough for tall people.
And you're right, because it's not a lot of brands that cater to big and tall people.
Hmm.
And it's really because I can't name a lot of them. I only seen about probably five in total so far. I mean, what, six including yours, but it's not a lot. It's more like brands like where it's just regular size like short people.
And my goal is, even if I can't find pants, because that's really the struggle right there, me trying to find pants, I provided still bigger sizes and hoodies and shirts because I know, again, it is bigger people who can't find a cool ass shirt or a cool ass hoodie or a decent shirt or a decent hoodie that they actually like that fit. Just to let y'all know, my sizes go up to 5XL. So that's really the main of my clothing, getting it to fit everybody.
And
Don't want nobody
this
feeling
not in
left
my
out.
this not in my notes, but I'm like I had wanted to ask you this too. Like when you make whenever you making your merch, do you use super color?
I wanted to try super color. I don't know. I actually use vinyl for all of my stuff. I did wanted to get into super color, but I don't really understand or like know how to do it or like what I'm really looking for them to do for me. But I have looked into trying to use super color. They sent me like this little startup kit
The
or
sample
something.
thing?
And I was
Yep.
gonna look into it, but I never did it. And
Well,
I do
yeah,
want to
I
start
understand.
leaning not towards using vinyl. And it's crazy. I got hella machines downstairs. I don't even know how to use half of it. I got a what's that thing called? Uh, not vinyl, but dang, I can't even think of it.
Well, like a screen print?
I I don't. That don't sound right. It's gonna come to me. Just let me think about it for a second. I don't know
Okay.
what it's called. Mm, that's gonna really upset me. But yeah, I got hella machines down there that I don't even know how to use, but I'm learning as the time go on.
I understand because I asked because I'm like I already know what it's like having to use the vinyl because I had that's what I started using. Then I had found out about super color and I started ever since then I've been using them, but I gradually still like I use vinyl for like small stuff. But
Mhm. So is they decent?
I've
Is they
been
worth using it?
yeah I recommend using them because the like the prices be decent and like everything is way better than with vinyl because I'm like I know I didn't did like wash tests with my stuff and I didn't washed it and then the vinyl lift up like a little bit on a certain part or something and I'm like I
Mhm.
can't keep doing it like with the vinyl because I'm like if like what if I sold somebody a shirt and they like they washed it but because I'm like I put with my like the wash care thing you gotta turn everything inside out so it won't mess up the design
Mhm.
because I'm like that's how the vinyl end up messing up but still I'm like I still wanted to figure out something to avoid that problem as a whole then that's when I found out about super color and I've been using them ever since and I recommend them because they reliable and they price is decent.
That's what they call transfers. Uh, transfers. I think I got
Yeah,
some machine
it's like
downstairs that make transfers, but I don't know how to do it. I don't think that's
ah
it either.
you
Polyester. It's something with polyester. It only work on polyester shirts. You can't use it on cotton shirts, and that's why I don't use it because who the fuck is wearing a polyester shirt? You get what I'm saying? Like I
yeah
don't. Who wearing a polyester shirt? So I don't use it, but it is cool. I made a shirt just to try it, but nobody's wearing polyester shirts, so it just sit
exactly.
downstairs.
But yeah I ain't never heard of no machine like that because I'm like majority of stuff is like it's like a cotton or polyester mixed with cotton or mainly just
Yeah.
cotton by itself.
And my dad keep telling me, you gotta use this machine, man. It works. So it don't work because people don't wear polyester shirts. And I think you can transform it to where it can turn into a cotton, but that's buying extra pieces and buying extra stuff for a machine that didn't even need to be bought in the first place. Because why would you buy a polyester machine and nobody wears polyester?
You never know the trends might change. So everybody might be
You're
rocking
right. It
polyester at
takes
some
one
point.
shirt to
Hopefully
do it.
not. Yeah, but that's crazy. That's all like let me see. What was I think it was something else with that I was trying to ask. But yeah, it was like with the transfers and then damn. I don't remember that, but I'll come back to that. But I'm gonna go ahead and ask you the next question. But this was like a while ago, cause I remember I had seen it on your story. That's why it was funny as hell. Cause I think you was I forgot what you said about it, but you was mad cause somebody had said something. But how do you deal with people that don't understand your order policy?
I'm so happy you asked that because if you didn't ask, I was gonna say something about it. Honestly, that whole situation, just dealing with customers, period, is what pushes me away from the business side. And I just made a post today saying I really want to tap back into my business side and not so more on me because I brand myself as one and then my businesses as another, if you get what I'm saying. So
Yep.
when it comes to dealing with customers, because I don't got to deal with customers really when it's me. It's me. Like I'm just dealing with regular people. They're not buying nothing from me. It's just me making money off me. But when somebody buys something from me, it can turn into just customers not understanding that I am one person getting
For
multiple
real.
orders, and let's just say a customer ordered. I'm gonna say customers. Customers ordered all of they ass ordered baby powder body butter. So I'm gonna just say I had three customers. One ordered two, and another one they both just ordered one. That's four body butters. What if I only had two in stock? Now I gotta make more body butter, and that takes a process. So now they're upset
Exactly.
because their order is not ready, and you don't know what's happening over here. Like, what if I ran out of supplies? What if some inventory got backed up? Like, it could just be multiple things, and I just don't think customers think about that on the business side. Like, okay, maybe my order taking a long time for a reason, or maybe I haven't got a notification about my order for a reason. Like, I don't think they think about that part. So when
Yeah,
it comes
they
down
don't cause
to, I'm sorry, you can go.
nah, you good. I wasn't trying to stop your flow.
Oh, when it comes down to an order policy, one of mine is once you receive it, especially for skincare. For clothing, I feel like I could take clothing back, but for skincare products, I can't take that back because you can like dig your finger in it. You know, it's nice exposed to the air. I can't take something that go on somebody like skin that's open and exposed to air back. I feel like clothing is something different. I can take clothing back. We can do an exchange, maybe give it away to somebody instead of reselling it or whatever the case may be. But for an exchange, people will get upset because they can't exchange, they can't get a refund. I don't get it. I be trying to be business professional at all times, but it is hard, very hard. I just want y'all to cut us some slack, please.
For real, I, I'm already knowing because I'm like I didn't experience that before too. Like people not understanding the order policy or like with certain stuff. That's why I'm like um after like the first time I'm like I came up with like a system like okay if somebody orders something I know like I ordered it and I'm waiting for it to come in so I can have it on hand.
Mhm.
But it didn't get to me yet, and it's gonna take a while. I send them an email, be like, I apologize for the inconvenience, but your order might take a little bit longer than expected, and then
Right.
like they'll be cool. Then if it take longer than what I wanted it to, I'll be like, okay, I apologize for the inconvenience, but here go a discount for you. So next
Or
time
I
when you
throw
order, you
in a
can use
free
a
item,
discount.
an extra item or
Yep.
something.
And I did that too. I did that, and I sent a free item with they order because I'm like I it took
Mhm.
longer than I wanted to, but it was out of my control. And
Mhm.
but yeah, that helped me like patience wise, because I'm like that was frustrating at the beginning having to deal with that, but I'm like as time went on, I got better with handling that. But they don't understand that you one person, like you doing like 12 to 20 different jobs. You doing customer service, you doing fulfillment, you doing you making everything, you getting in contact with the vendors, all of, and you doing that
And
all
you
by
also
yourself.
have a personal life. What if I'm sick? Like, I
That
just,
too.
I don't understand what they be thinking we got going on over here. I could be dealing with death. I could be sick. Like, people just don't, I just don't think people put that in their mind when it comes to buying from businesses. Well, I'm going to say small
Exa-
businesses because big businesses, they got people working for them. Small businesses, people don't put that into consideration. And like I mentioned earlier, how I run into this problem a lot. I be having people buying stuff from me in person and then buying stuff off my website, which make my stock out of order. Because what I put on my website is what I put on there, what I had in stock. But if I got people buying from me in person, that's what messes up the stock, and that's why I fall into that um making stuff and you gotta send. That's why I was going with that example earlier, making stuff and you gotta send out that notification. I'm sorry, here's this.
Yep.
But yeah, stuff like that I just don't think people understand. That was a really good question. Glad you asked that.
Yeah, I had to, cause I'm like, I remember when you when I seen you you had said something about it, like you was mad. I'm like, I know that same feeling, but I'm like, I thought I was the only one that dealt with it.
Mm-mm, not at all. Not at
Have
all.
you ever had Have you ever had somebody like trying to buy something from you, like not off your website, like I'm talking about like for your brand, and you tell them like they gotta pay for it before you make it, and then they be like,
Yeah.
oh well, I don't want to order it.
Yes, like in all honesty, I don't do nothing before I at least got something. When I was doing
Exactly.
hair, you had to pay me some type of deposit for me to start. I'm not doing your hair without something. With clothes, people asking like, "Hey, can I get this hoodie?" Okay, I'ma wait until you send the money for it. I'm not gonna make it or have it ready and I ain't got no money. Once I get the money, then that's when I process and put your stuff together. Then that's when I send your stuff out. But I'm not doing none of that without the money first. Absolutely not.
Exactly.
That goes with anything.
For real, cause I'm like I asked it, cause I'm like I I had that problem in 2020. Like that was one of the that was a good year, regardless of how it started out. But like
Mhm.
business wise, cause what happened? Yeah, that was when the pandemic had happened. And, I got fired from all my jobs, and that's when I did my started doing my brand full time.
Mhm.
And what happened? Yeah, so I was getting a lot of orders and stuff, but like some of it was like some of them was like on bullshit. Like they was like so at the beginning when people like, oh, okay, I'm trying to get like a certain shirt made or something that I posted or something, I'll be like, I bet, okay, I'm gonna make it, then I'll let you know, because I'm like, I ain't wanna, I didn't start telling people, all right, you gotta pay first. I'm like, I was trying to build some type of trust between like me and
Mhm.
my customers and stuff, but because I'm like, this my, I'm starting out doing it. I'm like, this my first time like starting out doing it ever since I had started the brand. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it like this just to build trust. And so now that went from some people like kept their word. They paid when I told them I was done. But like some people, I hit up like, okay, all right, the t-shirt done, the hoodie done, boom, no response. Like they just ghost me. Then
Dang.
what happened? Yeah, like or sometimes I'll tell people, oh, you got to pay before I even make anything or order anything to make it, and no response. Then like it
Yeah.
was a lot,
I
but
absolutely hate that.
Yeah,
Or
and
this will
then
get me too. Um, People complaining about people's pricing. That amazes me too. But go out and buy a. I seen a plain white T-shirt, a 3-pack plain white T-shirts getting sold for $1,000. Ain't shit on the fucking T-shirt, but a fucking tag with a brand name on it. It's a fucking plain
yeah,
white T-shirt, $1,000, 3-packer.
yeah. I've been saying that for years. Like that's wild. Cause I'm like people always complain about prices. But they you said $1,000 for 3 T-shirts. It's a myriad, but can't nobody see no tag. Don't nobody know what it
Like,
is.
bruh, it's crazy to me. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, cause I've been saying that for years. That's why I'm like I always say that whenever people start talking about that, like I'm not wearing or buying no designer brands. I'm only wearing black brands because I'm like none of them them luxury brands that people worship and rappers be worshiping support black people in any way. They profit off of us, but
Hmm.
they don't support us or fuck with us. They don't like black people. So that's why I'm like, why keep giving them and making them millionaires and billionaires and they don't even like us or
It's true.
support anything or like donate towards any of our causes. So that's why I'm like, it ain't no point to keep supporting them, but it ain't no point to keep saying that because they not gonna listen. People still buying it. That's why I'm like, that somebody a certain amount of a group of black people will listen one day, and then they won't be able to profit because of they ain't got their main crowd because we literally control and make everything um anything cool. If whatever it is, as soon as we touch it, it's cool. So that's why I'm like, if we stop putting money in the designer brands and all them, they gonna be broke.
Yeah, I totally agree. Crazy, man. Mm, mm,
But
mm, mm.
but that's why I'm like, regardless of anybody that complain about price, I'm like, I'm not changing my price. I'm like, it's
Mhm.
my price is my price. Cause I'm like, y'all don't argue with Nike, y'all don't argue with who was it? Let me see, like Louis Vuitton.
Mhm.
Like y'all don't argue with them, so don't argue with no black owned business or just a small business in general.
Period. Especially for people that be like hand making shit. If I say this is $1,000, it's $1,000. It took me hours to make this shit.
Exactly, and it's valid because it's not being made by somebody else or in a factory. It's being made in house and by hand.
Right. On products I done purchased and used and this time and it's a lot that go into it.
For
It is
real.
a lot.
Cause I'm like, that's why I always say, well, I always try to mention in each episode that like I know like whenever people like they see the stuff, they be like, oh, it look like somebody else made it, or like nah, like literally everything that I didn't released or you seen somebody wearing, like I didn't made myself. That's why I'm like, I don't, whatever the price is that price for a reason.
Mhm. Yeah.
But let me go ahead and ask you the next question. Okay, what did you major in when you were in college?
Business administration, and I had a concentration of supply chain, but I ain't doing nothing with supply chain. I was just doing it to do it.
Well, that's like a wait, what did you say? Was you is that like a minor or Cause I'm like I forgot what that was.
A concentration.
Oh, okay. But
I feel
when
like
did you
if I would
start
have
doing?
minored, I would have been in there a little bit longer. I was trying to get done. Oh yes.
I understand. I commend you for even going because I'm like I couldn't do it.
No. It was some rough patches. I actually thought I was gonna fail my senior year, but I made it. It was some rough patches.
I already know. But when did you start doing graphic design?
Mm, I want to say maybe when I started. I'm say about 3 years ago when I started like my skincare because I didn't want to pay nobody to make that stuff for me because I already got a creative mind, so I can really do it myself. That's why I feel like I can do anything because my mind's so creative. I can put some shit together and make it look good.
For real,
And
and
that's
I
all I
can
do
see that.
for graphic design. Play around with some shit.
You use
It's fun if
Procreate.
you let it be fun. Yes, I am currently in the process of learning how to use it. I don't know how to draw worth shit, but I am in the process of learning how to use it. It's a pretty fun app.
Yeah, it got a lot of different features and stuff in there. Cause I'm like that's what I use when I make well majority of my logos now. Cause I'm like they got so many different options and stuff, and I'm like I'm still learning it too. But I'm like I know a lot so far. Like
Mhm.
have you seen like the gradient map colors that they got?
Mm-mm. See, I don't even know.
See, like
I
it's
be watching. I be watching YouTube videos. They be showing me like. I think the fanciest thing I did on there was mix some colors in a word. That's the fanciest thing I did. I'm
yep.
still
I learned that too from YouTube.
working out the kinks and bugs to it.
Yeah, I had a hard time doing that too. That's why I'm like, once I got it one time, like I didn't feel the need to do it again because I'm like, I'm like that shit was hard. I'm like, I'm gonna just do what I know.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna keep on working on it because I be seeing
If you
everybody
find
using
a
Procreate.
For real, but if you find a video or something like explaining how to like easily do that, like please send it to me because that's why I'm gonna be trying to. I haven't tried to do it at all since I got it the first time.
Mm, dang. Yeah, I'll be. And whew, I be feeling like an artist when I be on there, so it be cool sometimes.
That's how you supposed to feel.
What is this? This is my mic. These
Hey,
are
but let me
all
go
really
ahead
good
and ask you,
questions that you're asking.
huh?
I said these are all really good questions that you're asking.
Thank you, cause I'm like I've been looking forward to interviewing you since I had seen you talking about your order policy. That's why I'm like I gotta have you on the podcast after that. Then yeah, I'm like I was just trying to make sure I'm like cause I be trying to be like a media journalist trying to make sure I got all my notes together and all that the right questions.
Mhm.
But let me go ahead and ask you the next question. Okay, what made you want to attend TSU?
Um, Truth is, when I was in high school, and one of my Chilean sisters went there. And I would see on her story every day she was just partying, having fun, partying, having fun. And I just said I want to go there. And that was literally the only school I applied to, and I got in. And I did. I wish now, looking back at it, I applied to other schools and maybe just, you know, checked out other schools. But that's the real reason right there. One of my Chilean sisters went there, and she looked like she was having fun, and I said I'm gonna go there.
That's good that you just applied and they easily accepted you. 'Cause I'm like most people they probably decline, but that's good that you just applied and they was like, all right, come on.
Yeah, yeah. Best 4 years of my life. I encourage people to go to college for the experience part, not the academic part. If you're into academics, that's a plus, but really for the experience part.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, even even though I ain't good, but I agree with that. That's what I say to somebody. Cause I'm like I could not do it because of what happened. The way they kept portraying it to us in high school, like they was like, all right,
Mhm.
basically, if you don't go to college, you ain't gonna be shit. Like so, whatever you doing, if you got other aspiring dreams, that shit ain't gonna work because you ain't got no degree. That's how they made it seem. So when it came down to senior year and everybody was announcing the colleges they was going to, I felt like shit because I'm like, damn, I'm like I ain't going to college. I'm like, but I don't want to say it because I'm like motherfuckers might try to call me stupid or something. I don't know. I was just I always be overthinking this shit, so that's why I'm like, nah, I ain't saying that I'm not going to college. I was lying to saying I was going to college, but but when it came time to like at the end of senior year, I'm like I wasn't going. Well, I did try to go, but they didn't have the school didn't send them my transcript, so I just took that as a sign to not go. But I couldn't. I just didn't want to go because I'm like high school was already hard enough mentally on the like mental levels. Just the shit that happened throughout high school for me. That's why I'm like I ain't feel like dealing with college. And then the way that they depicted it made it seem like if you don't like anything, whatever you doing, if it ain't got nothing to do with college, you ain't gonna be shit.
Yeah, and it really wasn't hard, but it was it wasn't hard, but it was some challenges here and there. I really want to say the only challenge I would say was my senior year. My teacher was really an asshole. Like that was probably the meanest teacher I ever had in my life, and I really thought I was gonna
Yeah.
fail because of her. And it was just like I really came all this way to fail. It was like literally 3 weeks before graduation, and she was not playing no games with my ass.
And that's
She didn't
bogus.
even care that my
I ain't
sister
think it was
got in a
that
car
close.
accident.
Yeah, that's
She
lame.
just said, "Fuck it."
That's not the first time I heard something like that. Cause I'm like I don't know why they be so strict with certain stuff. Like it could be real life situation. They like, well, I mean, I still need that assignment.
Right, like, ugh, she was so mean. I was like, "Girl, there's no need for all of that,
She was
like
black or
at
white.
all." She was black. She was
Oh my
black
god.
and being she was black and
That's
being so
that's
mean.
bogus.
I'm like, are you serious? I would expect one of these little white teachers to do that, but you,
Yeah, that's even more bogus. I
uh,
was thinking it was a
I
white
was
lady.
reporting her ass every day. You know how in school, you know how in school they had you do like the surveys about the teachers, giving her
Yep.
ass a zero every time. What is wrong with her?
Yeah, that's hilarious. I did not think that was a black lady. That's fucked up. You can't be doing your own people like that. She bogus.
Man, bogus as hell. Mm.
Okay, but let me go ahead and ask you the next question. How do you deal with obstacles or challenges that you encounter?
Hmm. If it is one, I try to handle it as quick, calm, and collected as possible. Um, One thing I've learned in life is that you can't be upset doing something or it's not gonna be done right. So if something don't go as planned, don't get upset about it. It's gotta be postponed, pushed back, not done. It just you just gotta let it happen because it happened for a reason. That's how I look at everything. If it's
Yep.
happening for a reason. So maybe you just gotta take a step back, think about something. Maybe you was doing something wrong. I just feel like that's also another way to get the opportunity to perfect it even more. So you just gotta look at it as, and it was a negative, but it can become positive. So let's just start over and think about it some more.
That's good. That's like basically like saying like look at the bigger picture. Don't get caught up on the small
Hmm.
stuff.
Yes.
And that's a good perspective to have too. Cause like
Yeah.
I believe that too. Like whatever it is, good or bad, everything happens for a reason.
Mhm. Yes. Absolutely. Everything literally happens for a reason. So all y'all out there, I just want y'all to know. Sometimes you just gotta take a step back and think about it. Always think about it. And if you angry, you're not gonna be thinking about it the right way. So just calm down and think about it.
Yep. Let me go ahead and ask the next question. Let me see. Okay. All right. How long have you been modeling?
On and off my whole life. On and off my whole life. When I was younger, I used to do hair shows because my mom also does hair, so she would do hair shows, throw hair shows. Um, I was doing that in and throughout, literally grammar school to high school. And when I got to college, my goal was not to actually join nothing. Like I literally was just gonna go and well, I'm gonna say not to join no like sad organization.
Yeah.
I was just gonna just live normal like regular school. I only joined the more modeling organization in college because my friend wanted to do it and she didn't want to be doing it by herself. And turns out she didn't even get picked. I ended up getting picked for something I didn't even have no intentions on doing. And I did it through college and I do it here and there now. I want to get back into it, but again, that's just something else that I'm throwing into my life, toggling. And that's what I'm saying. Customers don't understand. I got a personal life. I do other stuff. It always comes back to that. So it's just a lot. I do a lot. So I guess it's about finding a balance. And once I find that balance, I gotta work with what I
Yep.
got.
Yep. But you already doing a good job so far. So once you find that balance, it's really over with.
Period. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You welcome. Okay, let me go ahead and ask you the next question. Let me see. I should have asked this earlier, but I didn't know this was already right here. But who or who motivates or inspires you when it comes to your brand and your skincare line?
Me, if I don't do it, it ain't gonna get done. But I do need to motivate myself more because, like I said before, it is some days where I just be pushing it to the side and not, thinking about it. And once I think about it and get an idea going, I get it going. So I would say me, my dad too. He be giving me some inspirational uplift moments.
That's good. But that's still cold. How you started out like that? I wouldn't expect that. You was like me.
Yeah,
That's real though. Okay, let me go ahead and ask you the last question. Okay, where do you know you will be in the future?
in my house in Houston, living life, flourishing off my two businesses. And if not two, one of them. My goal is to not ever have to work for a motherfucker besides myself. So that's why I be.
Yeah, and that's what's gonna happen. That's why I asked, cause I'm like, whenever, cause this not gonna be your last time coming on here. Whenever you need to promote anything or just want to come back, just let me know whenever, and you can come back. But this gonna be evidence of when
I like
everything that
doing
you just said.
podcasts. Okay. Yeah, I'll come back. I like doing podcasts. They're really fun.
Yeah, just let me know whenever if you're trying to promote something or just want to talk about whatever. Like it don't matter. Just let me know and we can set it up. But
Okay, bet.
yeah, I asked that question because I'm like this would be evidence. That's why I'm like I asked everybody that question because it'll be this podcast it'll be evidence. So when we could like look back and go to the future and be like boom and see everything that everybody said they accomplished.
Period. I like
And
that.
they said it in they like they first interview or like they first few interviews that they ever did, and then boom look at 10 to 20 years later, boom, they exceeded what they said they was gonna be at.
That's good. I like
And
that.
we'll be at a podcast studio.
Yeah. Period. I like that. That's real good. Yeah, that's why I be. I'm stamping it.
Yep. So watch it. By the time we have our podcast studio, I'm not gonna have it out here. I'm just gonna be in another state. But by the time we have our own
Period.
podcast studio and everything, that's what's gonna bend and happen. And we gonna be talking about it in the interview. So this gonna be this on record.
Okay. Where you want to put it?
Hmm.
Where you want to put your podcast studio?
I don't know. I might. I've been thinking about it. I don't know. It's between somewhere in Nevada or Atlanta. But it might be somewhere just down south in general.
Okay. Looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, you didn't. It's another thing you didn't say. You didn't say that you was go be in one of the I'm trying to think of like what's a big one like a real well known one. I'm trying to think of like a well known women's magazine because I'm like you look like you could be in the magazine. So that's in a women's magazine.
Period. I don't know. I don't even remember last time I picked up a magazine. To be
Well,
honest,
multiple
I'm gonna
women's
say Essence.
magazines.
They
So I'm
got
like, damn,
black
I can't think
people
of no
on there,
names.
black women. So I'm gonna say hopefully Essence one day.
Is Vogue a women's magazine? I don't know.
Um, I think it's women and males actually. I don't know. I don't know if I've seen a male on there. I might be making that up, but I also might be making that up. I honestly don't know. I don't want to give you the wrong answer. I believe it is
So,
male and female though.
uh,
I, I believe it is, but I don't know.
but yeah, I was just saying that you ain't add that with with what you said. 'Cause I feel like that's gonna happen.
Period. We got our fingers crossed over here. on both
Right.
ends. I appreciate you for having me, though. It was really
No problem.
great
I
podcast.
appreciate you.
You asked great questions.
Thank you. I tried my best, and I appreciate you allowing me to even talk to you and have this conversation, just interview you, and have you on the podcast. But like I said, it's not gonna be your last time coming through. Um, Go ahead and let the people know where they could find you at, how they could support you, and anything else.
Okay. So I'm going to do my Instagrams again, y'all. My graphic design is design with a Z underscore by Lin, Lin, not Lyn, Lin. My skincare is skin dot by Noirci, and my clothing is Real Rich, two L's, two H's underscore, and that's where you can find my social medias on Instagram. If y'all into TikTok, I could tell y'all my social media TikToks as well. Ooh, that's playing out loud. My TikTok for my skincare is skin dot again Noirci, and my clothing is real two L's underscore rich two H, and that's my social media, y'all.
Y'all heard it. Go follow, go support, go everything. Go reshare, go support. What else? The ad go run at the end of this, so I ain't gonna say all the. I ain't gotta say the social media thing. I gotta say the
Mhm.
last ad because I didn't say it in the middle. But
Mhm.
this last sponsor, the closing sponsor, this is brought to you by Black Diamond Vintage. You can find vintage clothing and Jordans and other shoes that like luxury shoes you can think of. It's like a shoe store slash vintage store. It's like a lot of things in one. You can find local brands in there from Urban Genius, No Logo, and Chasing That Bag, and many more. Don't forget to shop at Black Diamond Vintage. They are located at 1045 East Ridge Road, Griffith, Indiana, and shout out to Black Diamond Vintage. And that's the end of the podcast, and we out. Oh yeah, wait, and we got I can't forget about the collab. We got the Chasing That Bag. And before we end this episode, you can find us on social media. It's Instagram at Chasing That Bag Podcast, the clothing page Chasing That Bag LLC, Facebook Chasing That Bag Podcast, and Chasing That Bag. TikTok Chasing That Bag 18, Twitter Chasing That Bag 1, and CTB Podcast 2020 for the podcast page on Twitter. You can find us on YouTube at Chasing That Bag. You'll have to search Chasing That Bag commercial, and we should pop up then. Any other platform you could think of, just search Chasing That Bag, and we should be on there. The podcast is available on all podcast platforms, so just search up Chasing That Bag Podcast, and we are on there. Now, before we end this episode, let's get into the first official sponsor of Chasing That Bag Podcast, a black-owned restaurant called The Fry House. The Fry House is a black-owned restaurant that specializes in different fry meals and specials, such as the Monster Trio, which consists of fries topped with steak, chicken, shrimp, pepper jack, cheese, American cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and so much more. And they have many other options and different things that you can buy that includes that is made on top of fries. And you can say what you don't want, say what you want, but I'm pretty sure that you go like everything that you see, because I know I do. And I don't have any issues with the issue myself. I mean, with the menu myself. Everything sounds great and tastes great. You can find them on Instagram at The One Fry House and Facebook at The Fry House. Make sure to follow them and stay up to date to see when their restaurant opens. As of now, they are doing curbside and delivery in certain areas in the greater Chicago area, Northwest Indiana, at certain events that they be at around the area. So make sure you follow them to stay up to date with everything, and so you will know where they'll be and where to get your fries from. The Fry House. Thank you again for sponsoring the podcast. Now let's get into the last sponsor of the podcast. This next sponsor is brought to you by another black-owned business called the Slide Plugs. The Slide Plugs specializes in customized slides, so that means you can get anything ranging from any pictures that you can think of put onto your own custom pair of slides made for you, or you can get your brand's logo put onto a custom pair of slides, or get the brand bundle to get some for your brand. And you can just get almost any picture that you can think of can be put on a pair of slides and made for you or someone else. You can get it as a birthday gift, Christmas, anything you could think of. The Slides Plug can do any picture that you can think of. It just has to be, the right light and everything, but they can do almost any picture that you can think of. But follow them on social media, or follow them on Instagram at The Slide Plug. I'm going to spell it out. TheSlideplugs on Instagram. And you can find them on Twitter at The Slide Plugs. And you can also find them on YouTube. Thank you for sponsoring this episode. We greatly appreciate you. And that's the end of the sponsor. Thank you all for tuning in to this episode and constantly supporting. I appreciate everybody that's been supporting since the beginning and constantly supporting and listening to the podcast episodes whenever we put them out. We really appreciate it. And we have podcast merch coming very soon, and more new episodes, more content. Thank you all for bearing with us and staying with us throughout this whole journey. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. And we out.